and stuff like that into it. When the kid just wants some damn Fruit Loops, bro. Kid just want to eat their snack. Kid just want to eat their snack. That's all, bro. That's all, fam. Right? And I want to make it clear. Me saying that I don't want them trying to inject certain agendas and woke stuff into children's snacks or children's breakfasts, right? Isn't me saying that I hate any kind of community. I don't have any hate or disdain for the alphabet community. Shoot, some of my fans happen to be in the alphabet community. I don't care. That has nothing to do with any of my points. My only point is it's kind of odd that they would be targeting these kids and trying to inject their ideology via cereal. I think that's weird. And I should be allowed to say that. You know what I mean? Right?
Brought to children. So these conservatives will make these statements and they'll throw in this little, oh, by the way, they're coming for your children. And because their goal there is that normie people who don't closely follow this shit and don't really know any better, their hope is that they'll tug at the heartstrings of those people and say, oh shit, they're coming for my kids. Well, fuck that shit, right? And so their hope is to, mislead people who don't know any better by using kids.
I don't think so. It's probably the worst, or no, not even the worst. The most I can give you is it's definitely a tricky way of wording something, because what they're saying is factual, but it can be taken the wrong way. But then once you actually click on whatever the hell they're saying to click on, or you watch the video in full, you would know. But I can see how someone is saying that wording it in that way of they're going after your kids could be taken some way. But when you know the full context and know that they are targeting these children, which might actually sound worse to me, right? If you saw a title, they're targeting, that sounds even worse. But that is what they're doing by default, by literally putting that kind of information on the back of a Fruit Loops fucking box. And it tells you we're aiming for kids from the ages 13, and it says it on the box. I don't think that's a far leap, but I can understand, right? I can understand how the wording could make certain people feel uncomfortable, as if they're insinuating worse, right? Even though they're not, I can see the point of how the wording might from a distance seem that way, right? So I can understand being upset with that. But at the end of the day, the campaign is targeting children. So, yeah, that's the most I can give you. Is I can understand why you would be upset at the wording of that, for sure. I get it.
It's as a tool to, as Catherine in the chat said, pro clutch. That's essentially what's happening here.
She gets in a lot of trouble with all the evil people. Fruit Loops promotes free access to a digital library on their cereal boxes for kids. The library offers a range of books to teach kids themes of equity, diversity, and inclusion.
It's all getting good.
Kellogg's wants to indoctrinate your children with breakfast cereal. Stop giving them your money. Instead, shop at official Public Square, where you can find...
Again, it couldn't be more obvious that it's a...
I don't think that's a grift, bro. I don't think that offering an alternative is not a grift, right? Especially if it's backed by factual statements. I don't think it's a grift. That wouldn't fall under grift for me, at least from where I'm sitting. Now, if we find later on that they're continuing to do certain things or even doing things at all, then yeah. But I'm not willing to say it's a grift because they're offering an alternative. Now, is the alternative good? And you're like, shit, you sat here and ate Pokemon cookies for like $34, bro. Was that a grift? Was it a grift by slapping her face on some cookies that were already made and getting them to be sold for $34? Was that a grift that you participated in? Come on, bro. Come on. Right? Certain things are even marketing. It's just marketing. Right? It's just marketing. And if we're just going to lower the terms or the meaning of grift to just maybe some would consider shady marketing, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Right? But I don't think he's willing to do that, especially due to the fact that by definition, he would be a grifter.
Grift. They're literally promoting an anti-woke like website. This happens every time, right? If they go after a company that sells chocolate bars, then they do the anti-woke chocolate bar. When they were going after...
So when you YouTubers in the drama community go after one content creator and then big up another content creator who does the same exact content. So for example, I just say a random person, Illuminati, piece of crap. Piece of crap. I only think she's a piece of crap because she was lying about her true intentions. How the hell you out here pretty much preaching against capitalism, but you're a capitalist? Come on, just be honest. Just be honest. You was lying to build your audience, right? Which is why now what happened. But throughout the whole cancellation of what's her name, Illuminati, almost forgot her name already. They kept bigging up certain channels that literally did the same exact content, anti-MLM, and bigged up the storyline of, back when this one was smaller, this channel big bullied them. So let's all go and support this channel as their downfall and leave that channel and go to... You literally do the same thing. But then you're sitting here like, this is shady. Yeah. Okay, if you think it's shady, why you and all your friends or ex-friends and a bunch of drama commentators do it? I don't never do that. If people want to support whoever they want to support, cool. I'm not going to direct people to leave this person and go over here. Right? But Tipster has taken part in that multiple times, especially Illuminati. He milked the hell out of that situation.
After Bud Light, they did that. I forget what the brand was called. Maybe somebody in the chat will remember the brand, but they did that promotion to sell the anti-woke beer that cost twice as much as a 6-pack of Bud Light. Like, this is like a thing. And like people just jump on this shit like all the fucking time because they're just like dumb. They're easily manipulated. And
niggas spent $34 for cookies. Yes, people are easily manipulated. Consumerism. You fall under that, stupid. That's like, what? What? Play this back. Like, you can literally watch the last video I did, or the last live stream if you're watching this live. I did where I spoke about him and the cookies, and then play this right after that, and you'll be like, Tipster, you sound like a hypocrite, bro. It's because he is.
Into this shit.
Millions of products from companies that you can share your values. Check them out here, blah, blah, blah. But look at these images on the Fruit Loops box.
Cardi B face with a bag of chips.
You can see their digital library and what's going on in their digital library. It's a free online library of equity, diversity, and inclusion, family-centric content, including books, podcasts, and more, created in partnership, blah, blah, blah.
I like how he tries to make it sound so nefarious, right? Like, oh my God, what they're doing is so sinister. Oh man, they're teaching children how to be inclusive, right? How to accept people who are different than them.
I thought that was obvious.
All of this, it is, first off, if you are giving, I have 2 young children, like they have had basically no sugar. They're eating organic, they're eating real foods. These kids are huge, great, happy, and healthy. And I will never, the idea of giving them just a bowl of pure sugar, you're just giving them a bowl of sugar and die.
See, as I mentioned before, like that's a valid criticism for like this cereal, right? 100%. Like, a lot of these cereals that are targeted at kids, they do legitimately have way too much fucking sugar in them. They're not healthy, way too many fucking calories. Like it's bad for your kid, okay? You're essentially feeding your kids like a bowl of candy, okay? So if that was the criticism they wanted to have against Fruit Loops or other very sugary cereals, like that's fine. That's a very valid criticism to have. But like, oh man, they're promoting a free library for kids to read books about inclusivity and shit. Like,
yeah, hate is taught, bro. Yeah, that's like, yeah. See, even y'all saying it in the chat, hate is taught, bro. Being inclusive, kids are just born with. They're not going to not play with someone because they're a certain color or a certain way. In fact, the way kids are, they'll go up to you and ask 1,000 questions. Ask you 1,000 questions, bro. Friendly as ever. Kids be fearless sometimes. Hey, big scary man. What's that on your face? It's called a beard. How you get that? Age. Why you bald? Because age. I'm going to get bald when I get old? Yup. How you know that? Common knowledge. And then this followed by maybe 2,000 more questions. And I'm just like, this is why I can't have kids. Especially as inquisitive as I am still to this day. If I have a kid and he like miniature me, oh my God, I had to be asking questions nonstop when I was a kid. with no answers. Which led to more questions. Why? That doesn't make sense. Why? Yeah, that's definitely sounding like me as a kid. So if I have a kid, yeah, that's gonna be annoying. That's gonna be annoying. But yeah, I don't think that kids just naturally just hate you because you're different, right? They get taught that stuff, right? So yeah, this is unnecessary, mad unnecessary. It's on the nose.
What the fuck is wrong with that? I don't understand.
You put Fruit Loops, and I get it. I loved Fruit Loops when I was a kid, right? But like, there's a better way to parent. But they are trying to hack their brains in two ways. They want to hack their brains, get them hopped up on sugar, nothing nutrition in the first place. And then, oh, you're all hopped up on sugar. Now go to our website where you can learn that you're racist. And then you got this little 5-year-old who's hopped.
Learn that you're racist? What the fuck? We're going to take a look at the library in a second, chat, so we can see the kind of books that they have and stuff. But like, what the fuck?
Up on sugar, go, Mommy, I'm racist.
That's funny.
That's insane.
Yeah, you are insane. You are very, very insane, my dude.
What Tips doesn't realize is that's the case many of the times. So a kid would get taught this. Sometimes they even have videos of in school, right? They have videos of kids in school learning the craziest things, and they go home and now they calling themselves racist, calling their moms racist. One of the wildest videos I've seen when this parent asked her daughter, who was Martin Luther King? She said, he died for our sins. I was like, oh, shit. And that was from the school system. The school taught her that Martin Luther King, that's crazy, passed away for her sin, like as if he was Jesus. That's how disrespectful some of these woke teachers be. Right. So yeah, that happens. So you can understand why somebody would be uneasy about a cereal that definitely markets and lets you know who they targeting. This stuff is for kids. Saying, yeah, now we want to talk to you about like, critical race theory and shit like that, diversity and all these. It was like, nigga, what? No. You don't get your Marxist ass up out of my bad.
Okay, so that's that video. I also want to take a look at this one here. Fruit Loops new woke promotion sparks boycott. So we got another Bud Light style boycott, chat. Oh shit! Another one of these boycotts. This is by Sky News Australia, and let's just have a look at it.
Now, I was watching your show, Reuben Report. It's on Rumble, on YouTube. Go check it out. And you had some big news about Fruit Loops.
Yeah, homeschooling is the best way. I used to not think that. I used to not think that, but 100%, yeah, I agree with that. Homeschooling is the best and only way I would do things.
Made it to Fruit Loops Australia, but here in America, Fruit Loops is pushing diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Well, the funny thing is, he says here in America, this is what I'm like. First of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with this promotion to begin with. Just to be super fucking clear,
hit the like button, I don't think that you can hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't.
There's anything wrong with this promotion to begin with. But he says that it's in America. It's a Canadian promotion. We literally saw before. It's literally a Canadian fucking promotion.
Our children. So it's not just
it can still be sold in America.
Start your day as a 5-year-old. Your mom's going to put a big bowl of sugar in front of you and rot your brain. Then they will also direct you on the back of the box. They will direct you to Kellogg's. That's the owner of Fruit Loops. And they also own Frosted Flakes and a whole bunch of the other brands that, kids, guys our age used to love way back when. I used to love that stuff, as everybody did. But basically, they are now directing you to
Tipster Canada is North America. I mean, yeah, but when he's saying America, people are thinking like the United States, right? That's what they're thinking.
So he said North America and so wait, he said North America and Tipster was just like, well, nah, because Canada. Oh, snap.
They're not thinking Canada.
To children's books and other entertainment stories and things related to diversity, equity, inclusion as it pertains to gender and everything else. And it's like, man, what a perfect combination. You get these kids.
Books being on cereal boxes ain't the issue. it's the context of what they're trying to push to children that people have the issue with. Right? There's been all types of stuff in the back of cereal boxes, books, right? But directing people to a link where they could pretty much learn this other stuff, that's different.
Hopped up on sugar, their brains don't get the nourishment that they need, and then they don't get the educational nourishment that they need. So no, how about
I get that, like, the way that they're describing it, like, I get that sugar is obviously, like, having tons of sugar is bad for kids.